Okay, guys, we are going to take a look at the lineage of Nimrod, and this video is going to last longer than 15 minutes, but trust me, it's going to worth your time. Well, unluckily, I cannot upload longer than 15 minutes since I have violated YouTube's bullshit thing, you know, about 2 months ago, a month ago, and I can only upload just 15-minute length videos. So believe me, I'm going to show you something that is totally controversial, goes against what you've heard before about Nimrod. And when you reach the end of this video, you will ask yourself, how come that there is only one nation, our nation, that speaks in a positive way about Nimrod? And how come that when you hear about Nimrod all over in the community of that being a negative person, a negative or the great destroyer, or you know, son of Satan, whatever that is, how come that there is only 15 million people talk, you know, against this? You know, this is, it is just like when you have one person saying something and stands in front of a crowd and tries to make another 100,000 people to believe what he knows, you know, and just simply tell him what he thinks, that is actually totally contradicting the mind of another 100,000 people. So I'm going to start with a video, and I'm going to show you first. I'm going to read you some words about the Tatosh. You have to know this, okay? This is very, very important. So according to the Roman Catholic priest Arnold Hipoy in his book Hungarian Mythology from 1854, Tatosh was in direct contact with God during the parental period. Now, there is no right terminology for Tatosh. It's like beating around the bush and saying it's a shaman, but it's not a shaman, okay? It's not a shaman, because shamans use drugs to get in contact with the ancient spirits, and Tatosh say that they're not allowed to use drugs or any kind of enhancers, because it will actually it might conjure up negative entities, and you know, the drug abuse or the drug use, and would open such portal that would actually not let him to be in direct contact with the creator. So that is one major difference between a Tatosh and a shaman. Alright, so they never use drugs. They were born pure, and they were selected just like the Dalai Lama is selected. Okay, it's a very big thing, because it's just, you know, it's very essential that you cannot be a Tatosh by will, okay? You are being born as a Tatosh, and it's either in you or not. So let's move on. Once born, the Tatosh had a special mission in life to cure both body and soul of other members of society. The Tatosh could be either male or female, and should be born with more bones than usual. Listen to this, like 6 fingers. 6 fingers, either on foot or hand. Altogether 11 or 12 fingers are already grown in teeth. Okay? During their childhood, they had to be brought up in secret to learn everything, to be some kind of a shaman. Okay, now why did they had to be brought up in secret? Because they were from the mid ages, actually from around the 1400, they were um, titled as Satanistic and dealing with occult witchcraft. This is what the Roman Catholic Church stated. So they were hunted down and actually killed by the Roman Catholic Church. The Tartush was known to be of white magic. Alright, so this is one good reason that they were hunted down. The Tartush was able to go into deep meditation called Reveilish. Reveilish is a high trance without drugs. In such state could cure sickness of any kind. Tartush had a mission of communicate with the entire Hungarian nation in a time of danger to warn against invading armies or an impending cultural collapse. This has actually happened. I'm going to show you a man who actually warned us. He passed away. Bless his soul. Okay, the main difference between shaman and Tartush. The shaman learn to be shaman, while Tartush get their power during parental period. They know everything once born. The shaman use external materials to go into meditation. Tartush can do Reveilish without anything. The shaman usually do some kind of acting, dancing, mumbling when they're in operation, while Tartush are always without any movement or sound. The shaman tradition is without horse, while Tartush tradition is tied to Tartush horse. We have the sacred horse. The Hun's sacred animal is the stag. You have to know that. Tartush has a personality's mission in life from God. Now, there is one very, very important thing to know. Listen to this carefully. This is what the Habsburgs did. That's why I'm opposing the Habsburg. According to general consensus, the Tartush were considered as a part of pagan religion. Now, what you have to know about our pagan religion is that we have actually predated the Roman Catholic Church in monotheism by thousands of years. You can ask any Celt or Celtic people, they will tell you the same exact thing. We were not worshipping demigods. We were only loving the Creator. Okay, there is a huge difference between worshipping a god and loving the Creator. You can probably make a difference between these two things. All right, it's very, very important. We never worship, we love the Creator. Worshipping, you worship demigods, but you love the Creator because the Creator loves you. There is evidence, though, that the Tartush were still existing until the Habsburg era, when this tradition was terminated by Maria Theresa, made a law requiring that all babies born with teeth or with 6 fingers be reported and killed. Deliberate act against surviving Tartush. Okay, this is true. The law still exists. They did not abolish the law. You can go and look it up for yourself. It still says that if there is someone born in the country with 6 fingers or toes, that finger or toe must be removed, so the Tartush will not be recognized. Okay, but it doesn't matter what you do, because it was just one extra thing that actually was born with them. You don't need to have 6 fingers or toes. If you are born as a Tartush, you are going to be a Tartush for life. Okay, but that was just one extra thing. Okay, so here is one very important thing that you don't know about why people had 6 fingers or toes on their hand or foot. What else is here? The painted ceiling of the church of Székelydersi had a figure with 6 fingers. It was renovated, correcting the picture to 5 fingers. Okay, this is how these guys stomp on on habits, and they basically destroy every root that a nation had once connected to somewhere way back, in time. Okay, so this is one thing you must know is very, very important. Where am I at time? Okay, it's 10. Now we are moving on to, I'm going to show you. Let's hear what Ike has to say. There are just many things I'm going to throw in, and you have to ask yourself why the mainstream people go against so much against.
It's been a while. Good to have you on the show, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's start first with this Columbia Day, this Semiramis Day that is celebrated especially in our Italian community here in the United States of America, commemorating the love, the worship of the Babylonian gods.
Well, yeah, and I'm learning even more about the background to actually jump in and talk about it in Phoenix, but certainly on that level. In Babylon, they had a trinity of Nimrod, the father god, the son of God, the virgin-born sons, they called Tammuz or Minos, and then they had Queen Semiramis, also known as Ishtar, Lilith, and many other names, who was the moon goddess, if you like, figure, and they used to symbolize her as a dove. And when these bloodlines of the Babylonian church was relocated to Rome, became the Roman church, they and the other expressions of Roman belief worshipped her as Venus Columba.
Okay, let's stop right here. So Ike is talking about, that he's a great figure, he's very influential in the human mind. So what he said that when they moved the Babylonian church to Rome. Now there is a little problem with this, because there is one thing that no one is actually mentioning, that part of the Babylonian belief was white magic, and there was also a dark magic side, of course, and the belief system and the quote-unquote paganism that they had. Interestingly, what they never mention is that Nimrod had two sons, Hunor and Mogor, and they are the father of the ancient Scythian tribes, Scythian and Celtic tribes.